Rick had been taunting me for a long time about an original one-owner Mopar, and today was finally the day to ride up to Red Lodge to meet Ed and uncover this local legend.
Hello, Ed.
Well, how you guys doing today?
How are you doing?
Long time no see ya.
This is my friend Quist Quintiliani. This is Ed Draper.
Nice to meet you, Ed.
Nice to meet you, sir.
You want to show us your purple car today?
Let's do it.
All right.
So we went up to Ed's place and got up there, and he opened up the garage and he pulled that cover back, and in there it was 70 Super Bee.
This is the 1970 model Dodge Super Bee automobile. It had the, I ordered it from the factory in 1969 with the 6-pack engine on it.
You just don't see original owner cars like that, especially the muscle cars.
And Chris, I believe there's a tag under the hood of this car that shows exactly every option this car came with.
Yep.
And sometimes a car with no options is worth as much as a car that has a lot of options.
Well, absolutely. If it has the right options, has the go-fast stuff, it doesn't have power windows or air conditioning or anything like that.
Not a lot of extra weight.
No. I mean, those cars were bought by young kids who wanted a lot of power. They were cheap. They could get in them, go, and they used them. I mean, they beat them up. That's what they were made for, and that's what they did. They used to load the family up in that car and head to Lewistown for the drag races. They'd get there, he'd race it, and the family would watch, and they'd all pile back in the car and come right back home to Red Lodge. I mean, it's just a great story. And
part of the story is Ed is just a great guy to tell the story. I mean, he remembers the day he bought it. He remembers the smell of the car when he bought it. He remembers the tires, the colors, the interior. Talking to Ed today was a great experience for everybody. I believe sometimes the story changes the value of the car.
If you break down the numbers, this car is one of only 599 Super Bee hardtops built in 1970 with a 440 6-pack engine and 4-speed transmission, making it one rare muscle car.
41 years she's been my pal.
And you ever thought about what this car is worth to you?
Well, I've thought about what it's worth. It's priceless, really.
Ed doesn't want to sell it, and I don't blame him. If it was my car and I've owned it for 41 years and I had the means to keep it, I would definitely keep that car.
If Ed did decide to sell the car for a certain dollar amount, I guess I would rather own the car than see somebody else buy it and maybe tear it apart or crash it or do something stupid to it. I'd rather buy the car myself and leave it the way it is.
For him to have kept it all these years and in that condition, it was just amazing.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for showing us.
Keep that thing under 90.
All right.
Even though we weren't able to buy it, I felt privileged just to be able to see the car and hear the story. Stay tuned. In future episodes of Hot Rod Hunt, we'll be hunting some awesome cars and getting the stories behind them. Because on Hot Rod Hunt, it's about the story. Next time on Hot Rod Hunt, we visit an automotive hoarder with engines big and small and warehouses packed from floor to ceiling. You gotta see it to believe it. If you dig our show, please like us on Facebook to follow us on the Hot Rod Hunt.